chaos, because I think that is the definition of that first game.
Yeah, that was definitely one of the crazier ones that we got to see. Really stoked about this one, though, because I feel like we're still probably going to get some of that up-tempo play. I mean, always is sort of a weird thing with Lone Druid. And, we should sort of keep in mind here as well that Lone Druid, one of the heroes that Gunnar is definitely most comfortable on, keeps that spamming. I think that was the Wraithband build that he did all the time, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of comfort picks, and definitely the style that Nouns likes to go down. So,
did I just see that right? Shout out to
Jackie. Yep.
Best Twitch streamer. Well, we'll have to see, but we would mention the sort of comfort that he has there. Let's listen to Gunnar talk a little bit about his comfort heroes.
30 seconds to battle.
Hero that gets picked all the time is Pango, because he has a built-in BKB and a stun. It doesn't chain stun anymore, but he still has like a 10-second stun. So, just can't be a bad hero.
The hell, he didn't say Lone Druid. I was sure he was going to say Lone Druid.
Nope, says Pango. Gunnar sounds like he just woke up in that video, too. His voice was so deep. Did you hear me? He's like, yeah, my name's Gunnar. Hey, how's it going, guys? It's Flea. Are they trying to... They might be able to force him to skill Leap. That would be brutal.
Oh, feels so bad. He gets away.
Doesn't actually have to skill it. Husky doesn't want to commit in. All right, yeah, but this time around, I would say it's going to be a 2-for-2 rune exchange. I would say this time, I actually really like Nouns' lanes a lot more across the board. I think all three should be winning lanes. Maybe top could be a little volatile, but it's a 5 tiny. I haven't seen this since SEA was doing it for some time when the hero was just super broken. Yeah, I really like the way they set it up. The Kunkka versus the Lycan. He should be able to stay down here, hang onto the tower at all times. Mid lane, this should be a pretty good matchup here for Gunnar. Super comfortable in this one.
You know what I saw? The very first hit the bear took, it rooted him.
Yep.
That's how you know it's going to be a good game.
Yeah. I mean, always eyes on Gunnar. We got to actually cast a Gunnar Lone Druid game the other day, and it's all about the little tricks, saving up the skill points on your bear, because for those who don't know, of course, when you do, you level up the bear after you get like a root, and it resets the cooldowns of your root and stuff like that, or your Savage Roar, so... Gunnar's always about those little kind of things, which I love to at least watch. And yeah, let's see how these lanes go.
And you can see the esportbet.io right now. If you want to check it out in the Discord, you can participate. There's a free token giveaway going on. The link to it down in the Twitch chat below. But odds still into the favor of Nouns right now, albeit by a shorter measure. Maybe sort of responding to that volatility that we saw in the last game and how crazy it was.
Yeah, definitely. I like how they did. They switched their dynamic a little bit here too. They have Lelis playing the Rubik down bottom with the Kunkka, and they have the Riki up top just having, melee with ranged and just being able to apply more pressure this way. Yeah, I do like it. Bottom, Yamson's already 2. Lelis soon to be 2 as well. This could be a scary moment here for the side of Wildcard.
God,
yeah. Still level 1. Can't quite get the torrent onto him.
Finds in Sunlight instead, just randomly. Love to see that. But yeah, this sort of carry Kunkka, I remember when it really sort of popped off last year. It was played a lot in Eastern Europe, but definitely has a lot of value in terms of the harassment you can put out onto that offlaner.
Yeah, and especially versus Lycan, right? You start just farming wolves as well, perhaps with a nice cleave. This is a painful lane to watch. Really, it feels like Kunkka's going to be able to apply so much pressure and not get pressured himself whatsoever. And yeah, mid, I feel like Gunnar's going to have a hell of a time being able to shut down the Ember Spirit. And top, I think top will be the one to watch, because I'm just looking to see what Sammy's going to be able to do as this tiny, as we've seen Lena's time and time again have good lanes.
Lena does get jumped on a little bit there. Arc forced back a bit. Yeah, that feels like it's going to be kind of the thing to watch for, is how much can Arc get done. We saw in the last series, TSM, Tomato doing a great job as they will pull and interrupt that one. Well played by Moo. But the other thing that I wanted to mention real quickly, bottom, is how much pressure you can specifically apply onto Sunlight, because Lycan, you kind of rely upon that armor. 6 armor right now, and even still, there is still so much pressure that gets put onto him constantly by these Tidebringers.
Absolutely. And even just like a Fade Bowl and stuff, there's so much damage that's between these two. And great catch. There's a lift, there's an X at some point, probably at level 4. So, yeah, definitely a high kill lane that they could go for. Tip comes out top, Arc. Already completely out of mana. He's got mangoes from Sammy, but Arc is definitely having some problems up here. Yeah, I don't know what the Tiny's going to be able to really do to protect this Lina. So I'm definitely worried. I'm worried on all 3 lanes really for the side of Wildcard.
Well, I've heard that winning lanes is important in Dota too, but it might not happen this game for Wildcard if things keep on going this way. Babbage in mid at least has been able to make a bit of a life for himself there, getting a couple denies here and there, getting some good slight spam.
Yeah, he actually forced the resummon too, so he's actually holding his own much better than I would have expected. It gets worse, of course. Level 5 is when it becomes really problematic for the Ember, but yeah, so far so good for Beveridge.
Ark's Courier also goes down there. Husky able to snipe that one on the Riki, so doing a bunch of good work up top as the slight spam continues. And yeah, just gonna need to be the one to really make stuff happen for him here. Sunlight gets caught by the Torrent, the pull back in with the lift, and Yamsun draws first blood. Making it happen on this Kunkka.
This lane is gonna be, yeah, a huge issue, really, it feels like, for both Flea and him. Flea might have to start, like, pretty early on, start looking to just maybe make rotations onto mid or something. I mean, it's not easy, actually. You can't even go for Lone Druid, so that's probably why they also picked it, too, right? You're playing into the slight chains potential. Sure, he went for Flame Guard, but the potential of it. And then there's just a bear, so he can always catch arrows if Flea does look to make any type of rotation. So, yeah, it feels like Nouns has everything covered here.
They're so ready for it.
Yep.
A really good last pick and a very solid draft. 10 denies, 26 denies over 3 lanes.
Yeah.
Is what it's looking like. And that's actually not even considering the other supports in there.
Oh, what the? Look at this creep wave. Mid lane.
What happened?
And it's gone.
Oh, it's because he pulled the bear
back.
over to the side.
Yeah.
Oh, and he gives him the tip. Oh my god.
I don't think I've seen that before. He lost the money creep, too.
Yeah.
The flag bearer creep. I mean, Gunner's still, perfectly fine, of course, in the mid lane. But you're seeing he's missing a bit of last hits there for some reason. That was a bit interesting.
That is funny. Well, the little things that we see in crazy little games of Dota 2.
Yep.
But yeah, had to send the bear away. I think he at least did deny out the Ember's bottle on that one, so he didn't get the refill, and that's part of the reason why the price he pays is a couple creeps.
Starting to shove the lane in, and no bottle on Babidich means he might need some help. Like this tower is now gonna start getting pressured immediately off of this. He has full HP creep wave. Babidich is trying to pull some of these melee creeps off of it so that he can start to protect his tower a little bit. But Gunner, very ready here to start this push.
Drops down a ward right on the high ground there, knows what's happening. And well, down bottom, Sunlight still taking a beating.
Flea gets the arrow onto the catapult. Okay, so that's the solution to stop the push. But here comes Moo.
And Sunlight's still going down bottom, so they make that rotation back towards mid. Ava, they find a good amount of damage and kill off the Ember. Samson now in a ton of trouble with Moo making the rotation in. This is what we're anticipating seeing. Flea trying to stop it from coming their direction, but he just can't.
They even sent a wolf to try to maybe help or something like that. They will get the catapult in most of the creep wave, and even getting an arrow on Husky with tower hitting him.
Oh, the treants, they didn't quite soak up that damage, but it didn't matter.
He's got raindrop, and they still are able to get this push going. Love the early rotation from Moo.
Great
so
plays.
much emphasis on this tower. Earlier than he rotated last game, immediately TP's back toward top and will continue trying to pressure the lane. It does give a little bit of space, of course, to Arc to catch back up, but yeah, pressure everywhere. Look at bottom. He's 6 already on Kunkka.
Pulls him back in there. The Fade Bolt, a couple more punches. The lift, can they kill him off in time? Tidebringer smack, and it's going to be one more little smash from Yamsun to find the kill. So yeah, literally all 3 lanes kind of falling apart here.
Yeah, and this time Yamsun, he's trying to make up for what happened last game. He struggled a little bit on the Weaver. Even though they ended up winning, his impact wasn't felt as much. This game, top of the net worth by a significant... He's 1,300 gold ahead of the next person. And now going to get a tower last hit. So 1,400 gold ahead. He's got Armlet and Phase Boots done at the 7-minute mark.
Okay.
This looks like it might be a very one-sided affair this time around.
Dude, Armlet Kunkka at this point in time, and like the other thing is he can XTP back to just have it.
Yeah.
If he wants to. 3,000 gold lead.
Looks like he's about to, actually. He's 125 mana if he wants to do it.
Jeez.
Nah, he's just going to wait for the courier. All right, so pressure on all fronts. Bottom tower gets dropped. Mid tower is 600 HP. Top tower, Lena's kind of starting getting pushed out of the lane. Wrath of Nature's online. Wildcard's game is looking really hard to salvage. They're going to need Babidich to do some crazy type of move.
And that's part of the reason why, again, this Nature's Prophet, the rotation in, so annoying to play against. But Gunnery gets the fear onto both! Oh, man. Oh, it was a haste turn up top anyways.
Top, yeah.
Never mind. I thought that it was onto the other. But regardless, it would have been cool.
Oh, toss back. Husky, he's hasted, though.
Gets the jump away from
Babidich,
downtown. Oh, the root's there. Actually kills Husky with the arrow.
Wait, what?
How did he not... dodge that?
Wait, what?
he ran alongside it. I don't know, man.
What? He must have been looking somewhere else or something. Top now, Moo is a bit far. Arc, he has Laguna.
Dude, we got some mayhem going on right there.
Sammy has no mana, but Moo just dies.
Okay.
Well, all right. So some type of salvage there, Arc. He'll be happy. They need anything they can get at this point with how disastrous this early game is going.
I mean, it really feels like that main differential right now is going to be that Kunkka. Obviously, 500 gold difference between the Ember and the Lone Druid, but it's not terrible in spite of that sort of death there in terms of net worth, at least. Do you feel like Yamsun is sort of in a position where he can make a ton happen with this Kunkka?
Yeah, he's a beast. And
Okay.
he's going to be, I mean, look, they're very squishy on the side of Wildcard when you really look at it. After having such a good time versus Lycan, he's the tankiest hero, and he is incredibly squishy. Tiny, it's a support Tiny. So 0 armor, 1000 HP will just get cleaved down very easy. Lina, pretty squishy still in the early game. So yeah, Yamsun, he's got the world is his oyster, as we like to say.
And I guess that's the other thing, is like Ember can sort of dodge out a lot of the Kunkka shenanigans, but Lina in particular, I mean, you see Arc going in for this Maelstrom with the Falcon Blade, queuing up boots afterwards because he needs something, but it's going to be a long time before BKB.
Yeah.
Oh,
absolutely.
look at that Treant.
It's probably going to get cleared, but it's a good effort there for Mu, scouting out and maybe blocking some camps too versus the Lina. Now they just need to do economical damage. And speaking about the Kunkka versus the Ember, you know, you can play around it if it's just the Kunkka, but smokescreen.
Oh my
right?
God.
So I'm gonna keep eyes on Husky.
Dude, it's just out of vision. They can't see it. He doesn't know.
He's actually sneaking it in.
my God.
No way! It's actually gonna block it. Oh my God! Arc's sad.
Oh, that's so frustrating.
Look at his face. He's like, what? Why? What? No.
Oh.
Nice play from Mu.
Damn.
And he's gonna probably be able to just push this tower top solo. All right. I mean, Nouns is just getting full freedom. All right, Babbage will move. He does have the Arcane Rune. But can he actually turn this into anything? I don't think so.
It's looking pretty rough. I mean, he does have the 1 point in chains now. We've sometimes seen like the Ember paired with Mirana with like a lot of chains to have the setup there, but beyond that, it's pretty much just the Tiny.
Yeah, and now mid tower also. It's gonna go down. Gunner, he's just gonna commit for it with Catapult. Stolen Arrow.
And the boat comes in for Flea.
Doesn't even really need the boat, but why not?
Wow.
Whew. Yeah, this one looking tough. The mid laner and the safe laner on Wildcard are going to have some type of miraculous showing here because things are really problematic. Top, Babbage getting aggressive onto Husky.
Cloud drop down, tricks of the trade.
Can't commit.
Remnant's back.
And Gunner's like, there's another tower top. On my way, team.
Ready for it. And you can see that win probability 70% at this point.
Yeah.
With a 4K gold lead, it's understandable why I'd be feeling that way. And this Lycan, you know, it's not like one of those comeback heroes.
No, you want to have a good start to be able to start barreling through these towers. But I really think this Kunkka pick and them switching the Kunkka at least to the safe lane has kind of been this beautiful answer versus it. And for the Lycan too, it's Aghanims on Mu is halfway there. So we saw what it was able to do last time, rooting all the summons, and now versus Ember Spirit as well. Yeah, it does feel like Wildcard need to start find something big on the map, or this one. I think this one looks like it's going to be very one-sided from the way it's going.
And look at this, Moonlight Shadow in. This was the move they wanted to make to try and find a fight, but already out of there. Yamsun reading the map well, dodging away. And I mean, that's the sort of dynamic there as well. If you're playing on not a Weaver, your positioning has to be better to defend yourself.
Yeah, and look at these. Look, I'm looking at Wildcard. They have no stacks. I look at those camps and nouns. They are beautiful.
That is a lot of gold.
What, triple stack or quad stack Ancients, triple stack hard camp. So Yamsun, I mean, that's going to be his BKB pretty much done after this. Haven't been able to make a hit onto him before it, and post BKB, they are heavily lacking in any type of damage.
7,100 net worth at the start of this collection of stacks. We'll see where he ends up at, but it's going to be pretty high.
This is crazy.
Dude, he's going to have BKB just about done.
Yeah. I mean, he's going to have almost 600 GPM, so.
That's gnarly.
Kind of the dream. Yeah, the lane setup be working beautifully. They're even taking the enemy jungle's farm. Gunner's walking in. Husky's farming. They're getting to do whatever they want, really, on the side of nouns. And Wildcard, I feel like they're just like, well, where do we go from here?
Right.
How do we make any aggressive move? We don't have a good initiator because it's our Tiny as a 5 position. The Ember Spirit kind of has to be the one to lead the charge, but could just die if he does because there's a Riki. You know, that cloud is always going to be a problem, so.
Well, the thing that's tough, too, is it feels like they need to bring Arrow almost there on Sunlight. It feels like they need to bring everything on Wildcard because they don't have that great of team fight at this point, right?
They have, like, none, actually.
Yeah.
They have their whole lineup.
No blink on Tiny. Ember doesn't really have that much in chains. This would be a big kill here, but can they kill off Gunner? Avalanche. Gunner moves on in, tries to get the fear, doesn't connect on anybody, and that is a needed kill.
Nice move. Little Tumbler's toy to get on top of Gunner. He does not get the true form off. Probably the most significant kill they can actually get on the board right now. I'm glad they went for that one. Husky was showing top, and I was like, please don't go for Husky.
Lelis is getting chased down by these creeps and wolves.
Okay.
But won't be able to get it.
No. Gotta be careful. Yamsum's in the area.
Are they gonna kill it? Oh, the centaur.
Very well.
No.
And that
More gold.
more gold for
Jeez.
level 11, about to be level 12 Kunkka with a BKB. Good
Okay.
God. Seeing Sammy starting to try to do some economical damage. He is blocking out the camps. I see double sentries been placed by him around the Ancients and Hard Camp.
So one thing that, and tell me if my thinking on this is wrong, that I might be a little concerned about on the side of Nouns is that if a couple more kills happen, I feel like the matchup of Kunkka versus Lina once BKB is online is maybe a little bit tough for Kunkka. You can like kite him out and do some damage, right?
Yeah, just that you are going to make your whole team faster and tankier to get on top of her, right? So
Okay.
I think that's kind of the purpose of this. I think the Kunkka pick was mostly because of the lane to deal with Lycan and then just being able to protect your other two cores, which are also going to scale super hard, right?
Okay.
Lone Druid is actually the real carry with Nature's Prophet, probably, while Kunkka is like this buffer.
Okay. So playing a little bit of a different role there in that
yeah,
way. And
I would think so, at least.
so all they have to do is kill the Lone Druid and then kill the Nature's Prophet, knock it controlled, and then they're fine.
Yeah, and
Okay.
somehow deal with this overwhelming pressure on the lanes, because everyone's farming on the side of Nouns and they're hitting towers. While Wildcard, like you said before, feels like they have to bring like 3 or 4 heroes every time they want to kill one of these cores. So Nouns just getting so much more out of the map. But I like the blocks. At least these wards from Sammy, I think they're probably going to get taken out pretty quickly, but going to be at least, taking out one of these camps for now. Or 2 of these camps for now.
Oh my god, does that find both of them?
Only gets the one. The other one is just on the cusp of it, it looks. It might actually be in range. It looks, I don't know. It might be out of range. We got to zoom in.
We'll find out.
We're going to find out.
Find out later.
Yeah. Arc is getting caught back up, though, so that's the important thing to look at. Nearly has her BKB finished. And going for the right skill build, always do comment on it, because, you see the 4 points in stun sometimes, but it's versus Rubik. Never really want to max that stun.
Yeah, it can be so much control and completely lose you a fight if Rubik able to steal that one. We've seen some pretty solid moves already by Lelis. Does have toss at the moment, so it can be some weird initiation plays there as...
Yamsun, he's got BKB, and there's the Axe Root.
Oh, the root! It connects in! It's only going to be on to Sammy, but that is still a pretty
man.
nice one to find.
They are lucky to get out with only 1 death. Husky also has Shard already, so
What?
further some catch.
Oh, Yamsun, though, the LSA connects. They're trying to bring him down right at the start. Yamsun, but he gets the armlet off. Doesn't quite manage to find that X onto Arc. Lelis lift, stops the chase-in coming from Sunlight. Yamsun's still very low, but the rest of Nouns
Moo.
are in some trouble. Moo is going to drop here, but they get out with the Kunkka.
Get a little too over-aggressive. Gunner is getting pretty much the entire top tower out of it, but do end up losing quite a lot here. Don't want to be giving those kills up to the Lina, but tower does finish. That's an early 2-2.
Yeah, it feels like a lot of this is on Arc, and I mean, to be fair, across a lot of different regions, we've seen Lina pop off. In North America, it's pretty much only been that other Shopify game that we saw, or rather TSM game that we saw from Tomato. But we'll see if they can do it here again. It's going to be a pretty freaking big hill to climb, but they're starting to pull it back a little bit at least.
Yeah, the big concern for me is really that their team fight is just non-existent. Like, their whole draft just has no team fight. It's just like these kind of single target heroes all kind of playing by themselves for the most part. Sure, they have the arrow combo with the Ember, but not the easiest thing to land versus Treants versus Lone Druid and stuff like that. So
That ward did find both of those 2 camps
it did get
unblocked,
both.
so
Wow.
pretty good luck there.
Yeah, it was I mean, it looked like it was right on the cusp of it.
Yeah.
So they'll get a bear kill, and cash money. But now Gunner, he's got Deso, so pace of the game at least for Nouns. It's time for Roche. And for Wildcard, it looks hard for them to commit here. They see the Lycan bottom, so I think, yeah, Nouns is just going to be able to get away with it.
There is so much vision in the area right now for Nouns. They see absolutely everything in this area.
They're baiting the regen rune, it looks like. Husky. Waiting for an opportunity with the dart.
But it looks like they are not going to come and contest this arrow. Oh, does spot it. Tiny. Obviously not going to be able to get in either.
Mid lane.
No Blink Dagger.
The 2 supports. Oh my god, look at his HP.
Holy crap, dude, what? How?
Toss. They had the smoke screen plus the dart with the toss play and kept him inside of the smoke screen long enough. That was so close to him just dying. And now in Aegis, they have boat, they have BKBs. Now it's looking for more.
Looking for one. That's a pretty good one to get. Able to bring him low, but not quite enough for the kill. He's so freaking low. Lelis, are you really going to get out of here? Oh, that is just silly. The ice fire bomb?
He has tranquil boots. They didn't ever hit him to break him.
Dude, that one hurts. All you need is one punch. Throw a tree at that man.
Yeah, literally, if they broke the tranquil boots, he dies. But unable to.
He doesn't have tree throw.
Nope.
That will happen.
Support Tiny.
Well, the big win there again. And as you said, lack of team fight, not being able to follow up immediately.
Babbage.
What can they do here? Tries to pull him back in, able to slight dodge away, and Remnant to get out of harm's way, but stolen Remnant now. They catch sight of him.
They got the smoke screen.
Oh no, Ember, nowhere left to go. Babbage caught, killed.
I think he's lucky to have gotten out the first time, to be honest. Husky was a little bit delayed on the way that he was able to jump in, so do find that kill, and they're going to find a tier 2, and Lycan can't show up. Sunlight, he's just unable to really join into the fray because of this Kunkka pick.
Oh, and if there's one thing that you can do with Lone Druid, it is, well, lose your bear, but afterwards, push towers.
Yes. And they always have the solution to the Lycan split push because they have this Nature's Prophet. Moo.
Immediately there.
There's the Remnant. I love the Rubik Remnant. It looks so cool.
Dun, 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 dun. Hello, Sunlight. I'm Rubik.
He's lifting. He's okay. Doesn't save the lift.
Oh wait, the TP in arc. Whoa,
he
the
dodges
dodge.
it.
Oh,
fancy. But now here comes Yamsun's coming in. There's a surrounding bear.
Gunner. Fear looking for it. Moo right on top of him. BKB reveal. Moo, he walked into trouble. Doesn't know which way to go. He's dead, and Gunner now goes into true form, trying to kill him off in time. The fear, the runaway, Arc down so low, will die, but they burn through that Aegis. Sunlight beating up Lelis. Can they kill him off in time? It looks like the Wolves might be able to clean that one up, but they lose their Tiny. Flea will fall. Abadich still alive through all of this, doesn't have that sleeping dart for another 2 seconds, and eventually it's going to connect. With the torrent there, it's going to be enough for the kill, but, well, Yamsun does go down. Sunlight able to get him with the Wolves and the big old bear.
And the smoke screen.
They got him caught.
But the bear might get taken out here.
And this was the resummon, so the ult's going, but the fear again keeps him alive.
The max smoke screen, that miss rate, I mean, 75%, you saw it right there. Can't actually trade with the bear. Gunner will be able to keep his alive and send it back to base. So
I'm seeing some things that if these fights are chaotic and weird, start to look kind of okay for Wildcard. Is this giving you any more hope at all, Fog?
No, you are just way too optimistic, Gabe. It's insane. Yeah, as we always say, positive Gabe and pessimist me.
Okay.
I mean, not too bad, right? Playing into the Aegis and stuff like that. They do pretty much immediately kill off Moo because he TPs in their faces, but yeah, still just feeling like it's so difficult for Wildcard to ever fight. Like, Sammy actually has to buys back in the fight, so no, we're ever going to be getting close to that Blink Dagger, and now it's just continuing to scale.
Fair enough.
I like your optimism, though.
I appreciate you. I appreciate your honesty.
Hey, I mean, you might be onto a little bit of something. Arc is doing pretty decent.
Top net worth in the game right now.
If he's able to stay survivable.
And that is something that this hero can do from time to time, but the X and the Force.
Oh my god, that damage.
The Wrath of Nature is pretty strong. They just got obliterated. They didn't even stand a little bit of a chance.
No. This frequency that Nouns is able to fight, they're not really cooldown reliant, and they have the advantageous team fight constantly. And look at the lanes. Top's pushing in, mid's pushing in, bottom also. And they may even also find this Thunderhide. Nice little slow from the slam.
The slam is good.
Gunner wants it. They're actually bringing heroes down, perhaps to try to go for Gunner.
Oh.
He reads it though. Tree form with the bots on the Wolves.
Get right on top of them. The fear as soon as they land. But now the root. Ooh, Gunner backs away. Still in true form.
They're coming.
They're trying to get here as quickly as possible, and Gunner turns to fight, and it looks like Wildcard don't want to stick around any longer. Yamsun's there.
Here.
Yark.
Whoops.
In some trouble. But, of course, does have that BKB ready and just gets out of harm's way.
Though? Uh-oh.
Remnant?
He's got one left.
Do they have vision? TP out. Hide behind some trees. You can't get me.
Whoa, imagine the random avalanche. Could have happened. A big steal there from the Rubik, still having that one there.
And an Overgrowth and Husky going to get a little injection of gold there. Not bad.
Did he just Laguna a Treant?
He's very upset at this game.
I mean, I think he Laguna'd a Treant.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I heard Laguna, and I only saw creeps and Treants in the mid lane, so.
Yeah, we didn't get to quite catch that one, but that might have been what happened. But don't give up, guys. Don't give up.
Guys. Babidich negative immediately. Oh, I love it. Uh-oh. Speaking of Babidich, he's under vision here. This ward.
The torrent. No, not
He's
gonna
waiting
go for that.
He's waiting for his Ricky. Yeah, Husky. He's hurrying.
Go, go, go.
I think Husky may have just shown himself for a second though. Will Babidich get out? He will. Okay.
Heads up play.
And 25 minutes in 1 minute. So let's see the Wraith Bands. Gunner. Yep, there they are. They're purchased. 4 of them. So Gunner going to be incredibly tanky on his hero as well. So going to be a lot more difficult for them to actually commit onto him at all.
Right, you saw that little comparison there. It's the hero damage, pretty similar. It's the building damage, it's much more the difference. And how many Wraith Bands is that exactly?
It's 5.
Jeez.
And if you include the Vambrace, which counts as technically 2, I guess you could say, even though they don't double up, that's 7. Sure.
That's crazy.
And then they're about to double up, so it's actually 12. No, just kidding.
Although I guess the Wraith Bands in a way are almost better than Vambrace because they get you armor.
Yeah, they are.
Jeez.
I was talking about old Vambrace when you'd have to actually buy it, right?
Oh, yeah.
For only 2 patches or something that existed, I think.
God, I can't wait for a patch. We need it so bad.
Yeah, delete neutral items.
No, I like them. It's like a nice little injection of happiness.
Me and Cinder are the biggest haters of it, so whatever.
Suddenly, 22 armor.
Well, look at that. 41 armor. Well, yeah, plus 22.
Jeez.
All right.
Well, let's see if Lena can bring them down, guys.
Yep. It's gonna be quite a test. Also through Rum, of course, too. And it's also gonna be, during the BKB duration, which is now down to 7 for Arc. He's gonna constantly get clouded. Like Husky's job is just make sure that this Lena can't actually get attacks off and just keep controlling her.
So priority-wise, do you think that it's Rubik or Ricky that's like a higher priority to try and kill?
Oh man.
It's tough, right?
I mean, it's tough. They need to just get a big core kill with the chain stun combo, probably.
Okay.
That's probably the higher priority, but it's never going to be easy as the Wolf, the TP in, the bots again.
They're all smoked up. This is AC completed. Arrow goes out, not going to quite connect.
Okay.
Slept, BKB out, finds the Ricky. That's a good one to get at the start. Already dead. Can they find more? Gleipnir on the bear. Buyback Ricky. Gunner chasing out Sunlight. His bear is dying, but the root is there. Oh, they got him caught. He's in trouble, but he goes invis.
No detection.
Don't have vision.
Sending the bear back.
DD down bottom. Sunlight spots it there.
That was BKB Ember as well as the shapeshift from the Wolf. And the Wolf versus Wolf.
Dude, he has Howl too.
Oh, and they might actually get the catch. Sunlight.
They got him. Oh, unreal. The vision is there, but the TP out.
He's
nope.
caught.
You're coming on back home, buddy.
Hello.
The torrent misses because
Meanwhile,
there's
Gunner.
too many treants that are around, but Sunlight is going to die. And yeah, in the meantime, Lelis runs into everybody.
The root.
Turn. Gunner tries to fear. LSA not going to connect. Gunner does the step back. And Samson, good old Sammy, in some trouble, throws out that avalanche. But the X, they pull him back in just to bring him down.
He is the sacrifice. Arc having to use BKB as well as Babidich. Now they have neither of those available. Gunner still has his bear pretty much full HP. Gonna hit only tower once or twice. They're actually gonna back up. Looks like maybe Roche is the next thing they want to go for. Don't want to force high ground yet. Now it's continue to have total dominance in this game.
Doing everything that they need to and not overextending from the most part at least.
Yeah, much cleaner by them this game.
It's their comfort draft.
Yeah, very much so. I really like the switch up, this Kunkka bottom and the Lone Druid mid. It seems to just be working perfectly. And looking at Moo, again, same build that he went for last time. The Ags, Halberd, and stuff like that. So all about just getting the solution for Lena. They're not worried about Ember at all.
You know what? I figured it out. Gunnar talked to us at the beginning of this game about comfort heroes, and he said Pango. He was just lying so they wouldn't ban out his Lone Druid.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
He's gotten away with it a lot. I think he's one of the only players in the world, I think, playing it. I think I saw only one other region playing. I think China played it once. So people just don't expect this hero.
I don't know about the Wraith Bands.
No, they don't do the Wraith Bands, though. As Lelis, can they find him?
Ooh, does have that shard and a Force Staff. Keeps himself alive. Wolf's trying to eat him up. Throws out the avalanche. Sammy in trouble, but Sunlight running at him. Arc gets feared. Every time it comes out, Gunnar is ready to go. Goes into true form, but the 2 heroes caught with the LSA, and now Gunnar in some trouble. Bear
No more
dies,
Bear.
has to run. He has Aegis, so they don't want to go all the way in for this one. But Lelis dying to the creep.
How is he still alive?
Trying to kill him.
Oh my
he lifts
God.
himself away. The big dragon coming after him, but won't be enough. Good damage there again onto Gunnar, but resummons, and well, we'll be able to heal back up off that. Can't quite get the fear.
I cannot believe he lives. The entire duration of the shapeshift was spent chasing this poor little squishy Rubik, and he's able to reset away constantly. I mean, the shard. It's the reason this hero is getting... It's one of the reasons, of course. Not the only one, but why this hero is getting picked is nouns. Get away, only losing 1 bear.
So Arc still sitting top of the net worth on this Lina, but it's consistently been this problem that they can't find a way to stay on targets.
Yeah.
They can't pick people off when they need to. The damage isn't there to kill Gunnar. The armor is too insane.
Yeah, and the way they're itemizing also, Mu is just fully... fully this kind of like supporty Nature's Prophet. I like the way that he's gone for down his utility. Even going for the Wraith Pact. Not always the most effective versus Lina's, of course, but still just going down this route is going to be strong, even just to give the buff for the bear.
Gets the Dispel and then the runaway.
Yeah, mid, another... How many Helms have died? I mean, they might be able to just get another one here. Sunlight.
This is so much gold.
He's trying to find a creep to go for. Won't be able to find one.
Oh, the Ancient's
They're
already
not
dead.
in there, yeah.
Well, he'll be able to get another one in a second here, surely.
Yep, 250 more gold for nouns upcoming soon.
90% win probability, as you can see.
Yeah.
And Sunlight gonna pop ulti, wants to run bottom, and just wants to kill Ellis, please.
I mean, that's really been his whole goal, it feels like, is...
Dude, he's got Avalanche. He's not gonna die.
There's the bots, though. Lelis
Oh, lift dodge away, but no.
doesn't get there.
All right, the bots play was what they needed.
Yamson?
Sleep now, finds one, toss back onto that Ember. And Ricky, oh my god, Husky has a haste rune.
Gunnar looks like he's going for the split push while all this is happening. He has drawn the line to top.
Root chase down, Laguna Blade dead.
Okay,
So
not
they do
bad.
take down the 2 supports.
Pretty nice. I think... Okay, no, that was their own gem. I was going to say, did they recover it? And yeah, nouns can't actually get anything out of it, so getting caught split up. Nice moves with the Wolves and Boots of Travels. We've seen them try multiple times with it. This time they finally connect.
Arc does have full Satanic completed.
Okay. I mean, if there's any hero to be able to carry versus this, it is the Lina, as we've seen.
Just so tanky, incredibly hard to kill. But, you know, once you run out of mana, once you're sort of running low on resources and help from your teammates, that's when it can all fall apart.
Still a pretty difficult game because he is the only one really scaling, so... And there's 4 protect 1 for the Lina.
They need Wolf Bite for him. That's the only
Oh, and
answer.
please, no.
It's the
Puts you-
only solution.
Makes you melee.
It's the only solution.
Makes you melee.
Get in there and punch him.
No.
You're gonna punch really quick.
I actually can't even imagine what that looks like with Fiery Soul. It probably looks so stupid. I would love to see it, but yeah, I hope we never do. Hope nobody griefs their teammates like that. Do not use the Wolf Bite on ranged heroes.
Buying some drums, running on in.
Level 18 also, so more frequency of shapeshift. Also finds a quickening charm. So we'll be able to perhaps chase down supports a little easier, but another helm
Oh my
going
god.
down.
Dude, that's so much gold.
I think it's been over 2,000 gold that he's given with it.
All right. They also have the GG item, the Wraith Pact.
Yes.
That is another one bites the dust.
They can kill it quick, and Lina can outrange it, of course, but yeah, I mean, you can see Mu is all about utility. Level 18 also finished for him. He actually used the Wrath of Nature as he hit level 18, so he used it at level 12. Whoopsie, but either way, it's okay. Bear.
Laguna doesn't quite get the kill.
Bear also carrying Elven Tunic, so will be a little problematic for the Lina to focus fire it. Sure, during Maelstrom procs you can hit it, but
Jeez.
every little thing matters. And now 0 Entangling cooldown. So he could just chain lock down it. Some of these heroes.
Arc low on mana.
Fresh AC also on Kunkka. Sunlight. Uh-oh.
They find him. Does have the AC himself that, well, jump in. They find Lelis here, trying to punch a couple times.
Oh my god, Flea almost got one shot.
That's a lot of right click. The cleave was there. And, well, Avatos dead on the Rubik. The Cloud not going to connect onto another. They will find this Ember, but Arc, he moves up to the high ground. The LSA is going to come out, finds the stun, but Gunnar senses Bear in, gets the fear off in time. The root is there. Arc in trouble, has to try and survive against the Bear. Will find another root. You can see Sunlight down low, but not dead. He gets away. Yimsun starts to die to these creeps. Does have the armlet toggles, though, so another big creep being given.
More and more gold.
So much gold.
But they do get the 2 supports, so getting some, I mean, at least getting some type of trades, and they actually, Arc, I can't believe he held it, but held the BKB the whole fight. So we'll have it for the next fight that does come out to be able to protect himself.
I wonder if they know about that one. That's one of those things that I always feel like is hard to keep track of in these fights.
That was nicely done. Very confident the way that he was playing. Not too bad. Being this far behind, that was a pretty decent fight, I would say, for Wildcard.
9,000 gold separating these two teams, and it feels like Nouns have all the answers. And for Wildcard, they're going to definitely need to create a little bit more chaos in these engagements and try and make it not be a normal fight, it feels like.
I think they've done, honestly, a pretty okay job at that, right? Like the Lycan plus the Tiny and the Ember are jumping the backlines and getting the supports, but they just need, they need a little bit more damage. And, this Rum is really protecting all the cores perfectly. They are so damn tanky on the 3 cores on Nouns.
When's the point where you start thinking about a rapier for Lina? Do you ever go for it soon? Is it too scary?
I don't know if you can. I think you need to go like MKB and stuff like that at some point because you're playing versus Smokescreen and everything. So it's tough to say really for Arc.
Yeah, it feels like damage is needed, but then there's those other things too that get brought to the table. Well, Nullifier is going to be the choice for Lycan.
Okay, I like it. Then he can easily focus fire these supports or try to focus fire them a bit. Ghost Scepters and Force Staffs and whatnot.
I wonder if there's going to be any Lotuses too, but haven't seen anybody really get the gold needed to get to that item.
I was waiting to see what Flea goes for. I thought maybe he would try to get the Lotus versus the Ricky because he's had like 3,000 gold for some time now, but does want to try to go for Wraith Pact.
Gunnar immediately gets the Dispel, a second round, but they can't chase it.
I think I would like the Lotus on Flea quite a lot, actually, because they already have the Helm of the Overlord for the lifesteal and stuff. It's like, do you really want Wraith Pact that badly?
That's a good point. Ricky, Dart.
Let's see what they find. The Bear. They get the secondary controlled arrow.
LSA and dead.
Nicely done.
All right, it's the right click followed to the resummon. That's funny. Well, nonetheless, Tier 1 tower goes down up in the top lane. And at 35 minutes, getting close to that next round of neutral items. We're also in a position soon where, I mean, you're playing against this lone druid draft and you haven't lost any barracks, even though they've gotten like both Aegises. I feel like that's, again, about as best you could hope for at this point.
It's pretty good, all things considered. After losing like 3 lanes, right? I think they're doing a decent job at hanging on. The next Roche is probably going to be that big dictator, and now there is also an Abyssal on the Bear, so further ways to be able to control through these BKBs.
And Flea decides to go for the Greaves.
Okay, I'm actually pretty okay with this too. They will have some dart issues, of course, but does make them quite a lot tankier. Now there's 20 on Nature's Prophet, so Sprout Leash versus the Ember.
Yeah.
Babidich does not have the Quelling Blade in his inventory.
That one could be a little bit rough. Not really any Force Staffs either, besides
just Flea.
Yeah.
Let's see. Smoke.
X. Babidich.
Oh, Babidich.
Gets lifted. Arrow comes out, connects onto the Bear, keeping him alive for the moment. Force Staff. BKB gets off. Bear still stunned. LSA available in a moment. Nouns, they gotta run.
The Bear.
They are already out of there. And a fear to keep himself alive for the moment. Sunlight can't quite catch onto the Ricky to go for the finish.
Can they get anyone?
Gets the TP out. They all escape.
Oh my. That was the fight for Wildcard. That was the second Bear taken out, and they can't actually catch anybody. Oh, unfortunate for them. A good attempt.
That one hurts a lot. 70 seconds, though, still with no Bear, and Roche gonna respawn in 10.
10 seconds. What do you mean?
Oh, wait. I was looking at the wrong one.
Yeah, 10 seconds for the Bear. But
yeah, true form.
Yeah, there's no BKB on Lina. That's the issue. He really needs it to be able to try to fight. And yeah, Roche, it's back up. Don't think Wildcard can actually take a fight now. No BKBs on the 2 cores. So now they'll get away with it scot-free after resetting the fight.
They do see it with the Wolf.
Committing without BKB, it could just be a throw.
Lelis, he spots him. Husky there too. Babidich. Can't get in time to stop anything from happening, but they do find a pretty good start to this fight, at least in terms of the control. Arc, without the BKBs, taking a lot of damage. Gunner right on top of him. LSA stolen by the Rubik. He is dropping lower. The bash is there. The root is there. The control is there. Arc, he ain't there no more. They find him dead, 90 seconds, no buyback, and, well, Wildcard, they just got to get the hell out of here. There is no place left for them to go.
I guess they felt like they just have to try to fight this Roshan, but without BKBs, that's suicide going into this draft. I mean, Yamsun, perfect targeting, goes for the Lina, gets the bolt right on top of him. They all surround it, and Gunner just gets free hits. I think Gunner took the Ags, so Bear going to be able to siege freely.
What a huge moment there as, again, the gold lead now very much swinging into the favor of Nouns. They don't have Lina for another 55 seconds. No buyback on this hero. She's 600 short. Felt like she had to get that Lincoln Sphere, but it wasn't enough to keep her alive. And now, buildings falling, and Wildcard, they really don't have any answers.
No, they have no damage. Without the Lina, she is literally everything for them. As Sammy, that's his dieback.
Steps a little bit too far forward, but just tries to stop this one. Husky keeps messing with him here, but eyes on the prize. Could even think about going in for another lane of racks.
Definitely. No Lina, they know that. They're going to be able to go top as well and get 2 sets.
Aviditch just has to look on as
they might even go 3 sets, it looks like. The Bear's already on its way. He's got the Ags, so he can start sieging even before he gets there.
Gonna try and stop it from happening, but Gunner gets the dispel.
Nom.
Beating it down. Lina back up again now, but the Nouns just want to go all the way in. If they can get Megas right here, LSA connects in trouble. Does he go down? The stun, long duration, fear, no answer. They got him caught. Tim's come out and mass amount of buybacks. Can they do anything? Turn now onto the Bear, trying to bring him down. Arc is there. Yamsun, Gunner, they're right on top of him. Has to back away, and, well, they find Mirana. Flea tries to escape, does get a couple leaps to get away.
I mean, they really want Flea.
They're not about it.
Okay. I mean, they thought they would just commit a bit harder for the push, but a little bit afraid of Arc, I guess. They'll back up and reset and come back.
Yamsun needs that mana. Does have the full heart completed on this Kunkka, so really difficult to kill him off.
He's had a near flawless game. 11-1 and 11.
Really impressive after a little bit of some rough stuff going on in game number 1. Arrow not going to connect. Covers that, though, with the leap, so it won't give it away.
Thought he was going to get caught for that. He jumped in like right in their faces, but we'll be okay. Arc.
Gleipnir, but there is nothing to stop this one.
Arc.
Gunner moves in.
Arc.
The punch, he's feared, he's in trouble. Force staff to try and keep him alive, but the bash is the roots. It's all coming up lucky for Nouns. A little bit of luck, a good amount of skill, and this game looking like it's out of Wildcard's control. GG is called. The 2-0 is complete.
There's some hate going on to poor Babbage. They just tip him completely.
Oh my God.
That's 2 times 4-man tip.
The smiles, the mass smiles.
Holy.
Oh, that's good.
All right, this was a... Oh my God, he keeps Yamsun.
Nobody has smiled more in their life.
Jesus, I mean, this was a much cleaner game.